firewall, printer, we use some cables, etc. These are the devices we use in a computer network, friends. Okay, so connection of devices like all this for sharing. This is what a computer network is all about, connection of devices for sharing. Now, the next thing we need to understand here is what exactly we are sharing here. And again, when people say like sharing, normally they talk about sharing data. Of course, we are sharing data, friends, but besides sharing data, we can share many more things. Okay, so we are sharing data, we are sharing hardware, we are sharing like we are accessing remote access, remote devices, we are sharing internet, etc. This is what we can share. I'll take you to a computer network. Let us see how the computer network will be designed actually, how the devices will be connected. Okay, so this is a very simple computer network. What we can see in this computer network, we can clearly see there is a server here. Okay, there is a switch here, there is a router, there is a firewall, and we have many computers here. Okay, and the internet connection is coming inside the network. There is a printer here. There is only one printer we can see. We can see many computers, but printer is only one. Okay, and all these are cables actually using which you are connected to each other. You are connected all the devices with each other. So this is what a computer network will look. So the devices, whatever we have discussed, all the devices we can see here. Okay, server, computer, router, switch, and all those things. See, we can see only one server here. In this topology, we can see only one server. But I can say with 100% guarantee, there is no computer network anywhere on the face of the earth where there is only one server. Because one server is not sufficient actually. That is what I mean. There will be like 10, 15, 20 server on average. If you go to a big company, there can be some hundreds of servers. Okay, there can be totally some hundreds of servers, maybe like 50, 70 servers can be there, or maybe there can be like suppose 500, 700 servers can be there. But as a small company or in a small company, there will be minimum like 10, 12, 15 different servers. Okay, so now switch is also one, but again there will be many switches, there will be many routers, there will be many computers, firewalls and printers and all those things. So this is what a computer network looks like. So why we are connecting all the devices with each other, friends? Why we have connected computer to switch, switch to server, switch to router, and there is a firewall, there is a printer. Why we have connected all these devices with each other? The main purpose here is sharing of information. Like you can see, there is only one internet connection coming here, but maybe there are, imagine 700 computers in a company. 700 is not a big number. You know, there are many companies where there are 7,000, 15,000, 20,000 people working within a single branch. I'm not saying all the branches. I'm saying there are many companies in India only where within a single branch there are some 15, 20,000 people working. Okay, so if there are 7,000 people working or 15,000 people working, whatever the number, how many internet connections are there? We take one, and for backup purpose we go with like 2 internet connections. That's it. Totally we go with like 2 internet connections. Although there are 700 people, one internet connection is the main connection, one is a backup connection, because in case if there is a problem with one internet connection, we can still use a second internet connection till the time one first internet connection comes up. So we have 700 users and there are only 2 internet connections, and all the 700 people can send and receive email, they can access internet, and they can do all the activities over the internet or the activities that are allowed for them. Okay, so they can do everything by using only 2 internet connection. Now just imagine a different scenario. 700 computers are there. Suppose imagine for 700 computers, you should take 700 internet connections. See, it will be like too much. It will be like we need to spend too much money there, right? So for that reason, you know, computer network is designed, and computer network has the options of sharing. Again, sharing data, hardware, and all these things. Now, I hope you understood what is a computer network now and what it does. The main purpose is sharing. The next thing we need to understand here is how the devices are connected with each other. You know, connecting devices is a very, very simple and easy task. It's not a big deal. Connecting a computer to the server and server to the switch, switch to the router, router to the firewall. It is a very simple way of connections. Okay. Now, devices are connected with each other. Fine. Everything is fine now. Maybe it will take like suppose 2 days, 3 days or 5 days for us to make all these connections. Okay. We will learn the connections and all those things in CCN. Actually, I'm not going right now so deep. Okay, so we'll see how to connect, on which port we need to connect, which cable we use, all these things we will see. Okay, but as of now, the devices are connected. But please try to understand a very simple logic here. The devices are connected with each other. This laptop is connected to this switch, and from this switch, it is connected to this server. That means this laptop is connected to the server. It will not be connected directly. In between, there will be a switch. But whatever the way it is connected there. Now, there is some folder in this server. For example, suppose the folder name is India. Folder name is India here. And there is a user sitting here with the name like say, I will use one of your name. Okay, I'll go with the name like Suresh. So Suresh Kumar is here. So I'll just use the name as Suresh. See, Suresh user is connected to server, and there is a folder in server with the name India. Now the question here is, Suresh user, can he access the India folder? Normally we say like, okay, they are connected with each other, so they can access. But actually, you know, Suresh or any other user cannot access the India folder which is there in server until and unless there is a permission for them. If you're not allowing Suresh user to access India folder, he cannot access. If you're not allowing a user like suppose Ali to connect to the folder, he cannot access. If you're not allowing a user like David to connect to the folder, he cannot access. So the users will connect with each other. The users can access data from the server. The users can access internet. Once we configure these devices, server will not work on its own. Router, switch, or a computer will not work on its own. They are not working automatically, friends. Server must be configured. We know server is a very, very important part of our life. See, whenever we access internet, we access server. You said google.com, you're accessing Google server. You said yahoo.com, you're accessing Yahoo server. You said facebook.com or whatever network you said or whatever website you said, you're connected to that particular server. You're sending an email to someone. That means you are accessing Gmail or Yahoo server. Okay, you're watching some movies. That means you're accessing Netflix or maybe like, Hotstar or whatever, you're connected to that server. You're ordering some food. That means you're connected to Zomato or Swiggy server. You're ordering a cab, that means you're connected to Ola or Uber server. So literally whatever you do over the computer network, friends, I repeat, whatever you do over the computer network, you're connected in a way to server. Now the question here is, from where these servers are coming? 12 years before, 10 years before, there was no Ola or Uber, maybe at least in India, or there was no Swiggy or Zomato for sure. So from where this apps came? Some people, they designed the app and they started hosting those apps on a server. So what I'm saying here is, servers are very intelligent device. Of course, they are very, very intelligent devices. But please try to understand, servers will not work on their own. Server has no intelligence by themselves. Servers will work according to the configuration that we do. Routers and switches will work according to the configuration that we do. So each and every device should be configured. Each and every device must be configured. Now that is what you are learning in our Windows Server Administration and Network Administration, friends. I'll just try to make things more easier for you. This is Windows Server Administration, and the other one here, friends, is Network Administration. Okay, fine. So in Windows Server Administration, you're learning about servers. Now, when I say server, I'm saying servers here, right? So when I say servers, I'm talking about different types of servers. Server is not a single machine. There are different types. Like there is a server called ADDS server. There is a server called DNS, DHCP, okay? File server, WDS server, DFS server, backup server, etc. There are different types of servers. There is an email server, there is a web server, and there are many more servers. There are application servers and all those things. So when a company runs a network, or when there is a network in a company, there are different types of servers we have in that company. And every server has a specific work. Every server has a specific role to play. Like for example, I'll take a very general example here. If you say like www.yahoo.com, you can say www.yahoo.com, and there is one more server called www.yahoomail.com. See, both are from Yahoo company. You know this Yahoo very well, so they both are from Yahoo. But listen, when you say www.yahoo.com, you are connected to Yahoo's web server. And when you say www.yahoomail.com, you are connected to Yahoo's mail server, that is email server. Both these servers are providing different services. Yahoo.com, the web server, it will provide you some news and some information, some updates and all those things. Yahoomail.com, it will only provide you your emails. How many emails you have sent, how many emails you have received, how many emails are there, how many emails you have deleted, whatever is there, it will be provided by this Yahoo Mail server. So both servers are there in Yahoo, and both servers are providing different services. So in the same way, friends, within our company, there are different servers. Remember, I told you one server is not at all possible in a single company. One server we cannot use. We have to take many servers like DNS server, DHCP server, ADDS server, file server, backup server. There are different servers there. So we should know what is a ADDS server, how to install the ADDS server, how to configure the server. We should know what is a DNS server, how to install the DNS server, how to configure the DNS server. So like this, we need to learn all these services in Windows Server Administration. We cannot see a computer network without these services. We cannot see a computer network without these servers actually. A computer network cannot function without these servers. Okay, so whatever the size of the computer network, maybe it is a small company with 100 people, a medium company with 2000 people, or a big company with like 15,000 people, we have all these servers. So company will look for a person, or company will look for multiple people actually who can work on this server. For example, if I take example of this ADDS, it is called Active Directory Domain Services. This is one of the most important server we have in computer network for last 20-25 years anyway. But you know, ADDS is one server that has multiple options in it. Like, you know, my responsibility on ADDS can be, there is something called group policy. Some other person responsibility can be taking backup. Some other person responsibility can be creating and managing user. Some other person responsibility can be sharing data. So within this ADDS server only, there are many services we are learning. There are many different concepts we are learning. Done. So overall, this is your Windows Server Administration. And moving to this network administration, friends, normally we call it as CCNA. So in this Windows Server Administration, we have majorly three main topics. One is called IP address topic, another one is router, another one is switch. It is not possible for us to make a computer network without using IP address, router and switch. Router and switch are the physical components. These are physical devices. IP address is a number. It is literally not possible to make a computer network without using the IP address concept and without using a router and a switch. These three will be there in every setup. A router and switch are physical components. IP address is a logical address. Okay. And it is not possible for us to learn any other course in networking, like, you know, Linux administration, cloud computing, security, cyber security, virtualization, ethical hacking. There are many courses actually, right? Maybe you are aware of some courses, like, you know, there is something called cloud computing that is quite famous nowadays. There is a cyber security, there is a security. This is also quite famous. You know, there are more opportunities there. Virtualization is very famous. Linux administration is very famous. If you want to become any administrator, one of the main topic that every administrator should know is IP addressing. So where exactly we are learning about IP addressing? See, IP addressing we are using in every course, whether it is security, cloud, virtualization, Linux, ethical hacking, database, whatever courses you're learning, we will be using cloud computing there. But where we are learning cloud computing, we are learning cloud computing only, sorry, where we are learning IP address, we are learning IP address only in CCNA course. It will take 5 to 6 classes. I repeat, it will take 5 to 6 classes for us to get perfection in IP addressing. I always say this. You should not learn IP addressing. You should get perfection in IP addressing. There's a difference. You should not learn, you should get the perfection. When you will get the perfection, when you do a lot of practice. Okay, so I'll be here. Normally people take IP address only for like 3 days. I have seen many places like they take IP addressing only for like 2 to 3 days. But what I have done, I have added IP addressing for like minimum 5 and up to like 6 days. See, this is what IP addressing, this is one of my existing class. So it will be all numbers and all those things. Okay, there is a
Shakti,
question here.
IP
Whether I,
address.
yeah, I have seen your question, Suresh. Whether IP address, IP version 4 only or IP version 6 also. See, IP version 4 is the main concept that we need to learn. IP address is the IP version 4 is the main concept. I'll give the introduction of IP version 6 also, but for our exams and for our learning process, IP version 4. Whatever you see here when I'm scrolling, this is your IP version 4. But I'll give some introduction to IP version 6 also. Introduction means that will be more than enough for you to like understand IP version 6. It will not be like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But overall, it will be like included in your syllabus. So this is your IP version 4, what you see on your screen. It will be very easy if you follow some basic concepts there. So I'll just try to make sure, friends, IP address, you will get perfection in IP address. See, I have experience of like 13 to 14 years. I have started my career in 2006. I started from hardware and networking, then move into server administration, network administration. I have the knowledge of Windows and Linux. I have trained people on Windows and Linux. I have trained people on networks, that is CCN and CCNP. I have trained people on virtualization. Now I'm training people on like cloud computing also. So I have like proper knowledge from the basic up to the expert level. From my experience, and I have seen many people in my life, people who are working in big MNC, there is a one difference between an administrator and a good administrator, and the difference, friend, is your IP address. If you're good in this IP address concept, you will be good in many other concepts. I repeat, if you're good in the IP address concept, you will feel more comfortable in other concepts. Okay, I'm not scaring you. I'll just show you one network. Maybe as a fresher, it will be a bit difficult for you to understand what is happening there. But I'll just try to show you the importance of IP addressing there. Okay, this is a computer network. Yeah, you can see many devices actually. There are some routers, switches, firewalls, and all those things. But what you see the most here, the IP address. See, I told you DNS server, DHCP server, and there are radius server, syslog. This will come in security. There are many servers, but wherever you see, okay, there is something called OSPF. This is what we learn in CCNA. DNS server and DHCP server we learn in MCSE. But can you see everywhere there is an address 172.16.0.0/30, 191.1.1.0/24, 198.10.10.0.30, 191.1.1.0/25. So can you see anywhere any network without IP address? See, all these are IP addresses again. So once you join a company, friends, you will get a topology. Topology means the design of your computer network. And this is what topology is all about. It will show, it's like a map. It's like a company's map. So you should understand how the devices are connected and by using what IP addresses they are connected. So if you know the IP concept very well, you can understand all the things easily. I always say this, there is a difference between an administrator and a good administrator. And that difference is IP address. So why you're not covering IP version 6? IP version 4 itself will take like 5 classes. And when you know IP version 4, IP version 6 will be easy. I'm not saying like I'm not covering. I'll be taking a class for IP version 6, but in our syllabus, the more detail is about IP version 4. Till today, we know 90% companies will use IP version 4 only. So whatever we learn in IP version 4, there is something called network, there is something called host, there is something called subnet. Everything will be covered in IP version 6. Everything will be same in IP version 6. So majorly our syllabus is of IP version 4. There is something called CCNP. After CCNA, there is something called CCNP. So in CCNP, it will be like more of IP version 6. But I'll be covering IP version 6 also. I'll be covering IP version 6 also. But detailed wise, from top to bottom, it will be version 4 because that is what included in our syllabus. Okay, so this is a computer network you have seen here. So can we see any computer network without a IP address? No, I'll go with one more network here. See, everywhere there is an IP address here again. There are some routers. This is just a network of routers. Here we can see the IP address is written as 50.1.1.1, 12.0.0.1. Okay, 14.1.1.1/24. You know, many people when they learn cloud computing without the concept of CCNA, they will ask me a question: what is the /24 or what is the /8? This question is a very common question I get whenever I take cloud computing classes. I always ask them a question like, have you finished your CCNA? Have you done your server administration and network administration? And 99% cases I'll get an answer as no. So there is a process of everything, friends. You can see our life till now. We have done school, then 10 plus 2, then we have done some bachelors. Then we can go to masters. This is the process. Is it possible like without school and 10 plus 2, can we go for like bachelors? It's not possible. You cannot learn anything there. So for everything, there is a process. And to make a career in networking, the process here is the Windows Server Administration and the network administration. See, right now, there are no certifications for MCSE. There are no online certifications for MCSE. Online certification is here only for CCNA, but still, you should know the concept of Windows Server Administration. And then CCNA, IP address, router, and switch. Okay, I'll just add here IPv4 and IPv6. Both the things we'll cover, but again majorly it will be IP version 4. Then we will take a class for IP version 6 so that we can understand things what is there in IP version 6. Router will take around 2 weeks and switch will take around 30 switch will take around 1 week actually, and there are some more concepts which will take like some classes. So overall this Windows Server Administration will take 32 to 33 days, because some classes I'll take like I'll repeat some topics which are very necessary. Okay, I'll give some more scenarios. In some cases, every other class we will see like the interview questions and all those things. So I need to finish the class in 30 days, but because I'll do some extra activities here, for that reason I'm just taking 2 days extra here. And coming to CCNA also, it will also take like around 32 to 33 days. Same concept I use here, same concept in the sense classes will be regular every week, 6 classes, and then some interview question answers will be there, some different labs we will see, and we'll prepare ourselves for examination and all those things. So for that reason I'm checking just 2 extra days, 2 or 3 extra days. So we'll try to finish these courses in 1 month or 32 to 33 days. Okay, so this is your Windows Server Administration and network administration. I hope you understood what I said. I just repeat, then hopefully if there are any questions, we can address the questions. Windows Server Administration deals with servers, network administration deals with routers and switches, as well as there is a concept called IP address. Okay, so any person who wants to make a career in networking, like I said, there are many courses, and I know you're aware of many courses. I know many people here are interested in cloud computing. Maybe some people are interested in security, because these are like the courses which are in more demand, more opportunities are there. Okay, so if you want to go there, you should start from here. I have seen many people personally, friends, they are very confused in the other parts like security or cloud computing without the concept of server and network. Like I myself train many people, so I can say from my experience, they are very 40 to 50% topics in cloud computing are related to your server administration and network administration, related to IP addressing, NAT table, routing table, Okay, there is something called access control list. There is something called MAC table. There are like, these are the things we are learning in network administration. And without this knowledge, if you just go and directly start your cloud computing, then in cricket terminology, we say bouncer. Everything will be like a bouncer. Everything will just go above your head. Okay, so whenever you start any careers, if you're making a career not for like 3 months or 6 months or maybe like 2 years, you're trying to make a career for next 12, 15, 20 years, right? You see yourself working for next 12, 15, 20 years. I can see most of you just finished graduation or maybe like 2, 3 years before. Most of you are maybe in 20s, so you work till like late 40s or 50s or whatever till you earn sufficient money. In IT sector, if you work for like 20 years, I can say like you can retire, because you earn that much in next 20 years that it is sufficient for you to like spend in the rest of the life. Maybe I may feel like that. Okay, but still, if you want to make your career like more easy, if you want to understand things in a better way, after 5-7 years maybe some other technology can come. But see, whatever technology comes after 5-7 years, that will be related to your server administration, ADDS, DNS, DHCP, and network administration, like whatever we learn in IP address, router, and switch. So if you're planning a career for next 12, 15, 20 years, the next 35 days, 40 days are the most crucial for you. The concept that you're learning in the server and the network, this concept will be there with you for next 20 years or whatever the time you work. So it's up to you to decide for yourself, friends. I just said what is truth here. I just said what is the fact from my experience and from all the things that I have seen in last 13, 14 years. Okay, IP address was important in 2008, 2009 when I started. IP version is still the same, has the same importance today in 2021. IP version will have the same, IP address will have the same importance in 2040. Learning about servers, learning about routers and switches was very important in 2009, 8, 9 when I started learning. Today also it is as important as it was in 2008. In 2040 also it will be. There are certain things which will remain fixed forever. And these are some of the things. Okay, fine. So I hope you understood what I said in last half an hour. So I'm expecting some questions and queries here regarding Windows network. Like I said, you have like experience on multiple platforms. So I'll be more than happy to like help you in any platform, wherever you like, whatever questions you ask. So please take your time, and if there is any question, you can send me a question directly in the chat box, or you can just talk to me directly. This is just a workshop session, friends. It is a session where you can directly interact. Okay, once you join the class, anyhow you are interacting with the people, interacting with the trainer. So these classes are recorded classes. That is the first thing. The recorded classes, all the classes will be recorded from day 1 till last day, and you will get all the recorded classes. Okay, you will get all the recorded classes every day. Once you finish a class within 2 to 3 hours, you will get the recorded class. Okay, that is the one thing. Second thing is you will be getting some books. I'll be sharing some lab manuals with you for MCSE practicals as well as CCNA practicals. Okay, third one is you will get some scenario based questions so that you can do some practice. And the fourth one is you will get interview questions. I have prepared interview question. See, always say like interview is not like, we need to by heart the questions. In school and college, what we have done, we have just remember the school and college is testing our memory, right? How much we can remember. Interview questions are like, these are technical questions. These are very technical questions. So today is Independence Day. If I ask you like, what is the name of this country? Someone can say Hindustan, someone can say Bharat, someone can say India. All three answers are correct here, right? So these are like technical questions. So I have already prepared around 220, 230 interview questions from Windows and network. I'll be sharing all these questions after some days. Okay, so you will be getting this many things. You'll be getting 4 main things, like I said you, the recorded classes, the lab books, the some scenarios you'll be getting, and you'll be getting the interview question answers. Okay, these are the things you will get from me. And okay, there is a question here.
Yes, Shakil. Actually,
Will there be? Yeah, Suresh, can I just come back to you, Suresh? Wait a second. There is a question here from Rahil, and he says, would there be any lab access to practice MCSE? Okay, it's a good question. How to practice MCSE and how to practice CCNA? Now I'll just open a simulation software here. This is called Cisco Packet Tracer. What is this? It is a Cisco Packet Tracer. It is a small software. Actually, I'll be sharing this software with you. By using this software, you can make your own network. Like for example, this is a router and these are some computers. This is a switch and I am taking a cable here. I'll be explaining everything to you in coming classes in CCNA. This is not the class to explain. I'll just show you what I'm doing here. See, my computer network is ready. Now I can click on this router. I can go to CLI here, something called CLI, and then I can say no. Now what you see here is a router host name. Suppose I'm saying host name as India. That's it. You are able to configure this router. This is just a software router, friends. But when you configure a real router, it will be exactly the same thing. There will be a command called enable. There will be a command called config. There is a command called host name. Everything will be same. So by using the Cisco Packet Tracer, friends, we will learn all our practicals. We will do all the practicals. I'll just show you one of my existing class practical. Okay, so this is one of the practical. There is a router and there are some departments and all those things. So using this Cisco Packet Tracer simulation software, you can do everything. You can learn all the MCSE and CCNA practicals. Okay, sorry, by using this Packet Tracer, you can do only CCNA practicals, not MCSE. For MCSE, there is some other software, there is some other simulation, and that is your VMware Workstation. Can you see I have created multiple virtual machines, and you can see there are multiple different classes here for different batches. Okay, I'll just try to open a machine here. It will take like around couple of minutes. So I'll just switch on this machine. So this is your VMware Workstation, friends. By using this VMware Workstation, you can install server and a client operating system in your computer, and you can do all practicals. It will take like 2 to 3 days for me to explain like how to install this and how to configure all these things. It will take at least 2 to 3 days. So now there is a virtual machine I created. Now you can see this is your Windows server that is coming up. So the only condition is you should have a computer or a laptop with minimum 8 GB RAM. If there is a 8 GB RAM in your computer, friends, then you can do MCSE, CCNA, Linux, all these practicals on your computer. I'll just share these softwares with you, this VMware Workstation software and Packet Tracer. Then I'll show you like how to use them. It will take like around half an hour for me to show you how to use Packet Tracer and half an hour to show you like how to use Workstation. This is part of our curriculum. This is part of our course. So once I show you this, you can sit in your home on your sofa. You can just do all these practicals. How to install, how to download Windows Server 2016. I'll be sharing all these details with you. Okay. Now see what you see on your screen right now is your server is coming up. Okay, so it will take 30 more seconds here. So meanwhile, there is one more question here. Like, can we do MCSE, CCNA and Azure administration simultaneously? Oh, see, it is a bit difficult for you to learn 3 courses simultaneously because when you go with server Azure administration, maybe in 3rd or 4th class you are learning something in Azure administration that will come in 15th class of MCSE or maybe like 10th class of CCN. So if you join Azure administration without the knowledge of MCSE and CCNA, like I said, you maybe in the 2nd class of Azure only, the trainer will teach you like there is something called DNS server. But DNS server will come in MCSE in class number 17th or 18th. So my suggestion as a friendly suggestion to everyone is please just finish your MCSE and CCNA. Just try to finish these 2 courses within like next 35 days and then start your Azure or AWS or cloud or security or any other course. Then it will be like more useful for you. Okay, I'll come to timings and duration within some minutes, Rahil. Wait a second. But I hope you understood. Just finish your Windows Server administration. Is it possible, like, suppose I'm we Indians like cricket very well. So is it possible, like, I can do bowling as well as I can do batting? It's not possible, right? Like, I release the ball, I went to the other side, I just start playing the shot. That's not possible, literally. So there is a process for everything. If someone is an all-rounder, first he will do practice for maybe like bowling to some other person, and then he will take the bat and some other person is bowling to him. He's batting, no? There is a process there, right? Here also same. You're not making a career for like 3 months or 6 months or a year, friend. I again repeat this. You're making a career for like 20 years. If the foundation is good for you, the next 15, 20 years will be great for you. The foundation is your server administration and network administration. Try to make things more stable. Try to make your foundation more secure. Then only the other things will come. So my suggestion to you is in next 35 days, try to finish these two courses, Windows Server Administration and Network. Right now, there is a package actually. So just try to finish these two courses. When you go to like Azure or AWS or whatever other technology, other platform, you'll feel more comfortable there. Okay. Now, before we discuss the timings and the duration, let me just go to this server. What you see on your screen is actually a server. India is your company name, administrator is the administrator. Go to any company on the face of the earth, friends. The server will look exactly like this. We are using a real server operating system. Okay, I'll just maximize my screen. Okay, this is your server operating system. You may feel like it is looking like Windows 10 operating system. Of course, it will be like Windows 10 operating system, but you know, there are some differences between Windows 10 and server. It will take me one class to explain what are the differences and all those things. But as of now, I can say server is used to manage a network, a whole network, and Windows 10 is used to manage a single computer. I hope this single statement is more than enough for you to understand the differences right now. So see, the server has came up. It is still busy. So let me just wait for like 5-10 seconds. Okay, it is asking for updates here. Now I'll go to tools. The server is already configured here, friends. The server is from my existing class, the class that I finished like 2 days before. We have configured ADD, SDNS, file server, IAS, backup server. We have configured many things here. Okay, see what we can see here. If I go to accounts here, I can see user like Ali, Alia, Anushka, Bunny, Virat. I'll go to finance. I'll see user like Chandrasekhar, Deepika, Dhoni, Ronaldo. I can go to programmers. I can select Java, Python. I can see some other users like Ruhan, Sachin, Sai. I'll go to sales. I can see some other users like Suman, Scrum, Youth. Actually, you know, sorry, when you install Windows Server, these options will not be there. These users will not be there. These departments like accounts, finance, HR, IT, this will not be there. So what I have done here is I have created all these users actually. I have created all this department. This is what you learn in Windows Server Administration. This is one of the major things. So now what you see here on this screen, this will be the same screen you will see in any company where there is a Windows server. A department will be there with the name HR. Okay, users will be different. It will not be like Divya Singh, Fahad, Fatima, or Federer. It will be some other users for sure, but this is what it looks. I'll do one thing. I'll just create a user for you. Let's say like Suresh Kumar. User logon name is Suresh. Password, some password I'm entering here. Some policies are there. We are not discussing those policies right now. See, Suresh Kumar user is created. So I have showed you how server is working and I have showed you how the routers and switches will work. Windows servers are all graphical and so the routers and switches are commands. But you know, hardly you are learning 35, 40 commands in CCNA. That many commands are more than enough. That is what I mean. Okay, so practical wise, I'll be sharing the book. I'll be sharing the software. I'll be showing you all the practicals that we need to see. And in case if you have any doubt, recorded classes will be there, lab book will be there, and still we have the next day, right? Suppose you do some practical today, for some reason you miss something there. So there is obviously the next day, hopefully when we come, we can just clear that particular doubt. I'll make sure from my side that your foundation is good for next course, like for Azure or whatever you do in cloud or security or whatever. Okay. Now coming to these courses, coming to the classes. MCSE. This is Windows Server Administration. We already started at 8:30 a.m. Now I have taken two classes here. One class is two topics, and actually one class we have discussed about differences between server and computer. Then the next class we have seen operating system. What is operating system, types of operating system, and how to install operating system. These two topics are over. We are still in very basics. We have not yet started administration. So we have still in this basics. Let me just take you there. There is a channel of Durgasoft. This is your YouTube channel. And in this YouTube channel, you can see this is my last demo class. They have updated here. And if you go with the other classes, here you can see MCSE demo 4, demo. See, that is what you can see. So I have showed them like how to use, not completely, like I just showed them like how to create a virtual machine and how to install OS. So these are the 2-3 classes I have finished there, friends. 2 topics. Overall, it took me like 3 classes. The topics are only 2. Okay. So in case if you are interested in coming in this 8:30 batch, morning 8:30 batch, you can just go to the Durgasoft YouTube channel. There you can see like all the classes, or I'll ask them to send the link to you. So there you can see all the classes that I have covered. Like I have covered the differences between computer and server, and I have covered the operating system. Most of the people, they know these basic things because they have covered this in their college actually, like operating systems and all those things. So it will be easy for you. So just try to go there and watch these videos, and if you feel comfortable in the sense like if you are able to catch up my last 2-3 classes, then you can come from Tuesday. Actually Monday I'm not available. Today I'm traveling outside, so I have cancelled all my classes tomorrow, for tomorrow exactly. So you have like 2 days. Today is the complete day, that is Sunday, and you have like tomorrow also, that is Monday. In these 2 days, if you can go and watch those videos, the recorded classes which I have uploaded on the which people have uploaded on the YouTube channel of Durgasoft. So just go there and watch it. And if you feel comfortable, you can come from Tuesday and you can continue from Tuesday. Okay. This is the one thing. This is about your MCS. And CCNA, I'm starting CCNA from 7 a.m. from Tuesday. That is on 17th. Today is 15th. So 17th, I'm starting CCNA. And CCNA will be a completely basic class. The first class of CCNA will be on Tuesday morning 7 a.m. But coming to MCSE, we have already covered 2 topics, 2 very basic topics. So you can just go there and watch the videos and you can get the basic and the best concept there. And in case you still have any doubt, I'll be available from Tuesday. So this is what you can do. If you don't want to do in this way, better just you can just come in CCNA from Tuesday, and MCSE will start after like 10 days. Then if you want to come there and join, you can come after 10 days and join. But see, if you can join in MCSE at 8:30 and CCNA at 7 a.m., it will be easy for you. And maximum in next 35 days, we can finish MCSE morning 8:30 batch and CCNA morning 7 a.m. batch. In next 35 days you can finish. Then you will be in a perfect position to go and learn cloud computing, security, hacking, Linux administration, or whatever. So these are the 2 classes I have started, friends. Okay, it's a good question again, Suresh. What is the sequence of learning these courses? The sequence of learning these courses is first MCSE and CCNA, Windows Server Administration and Network. This is first. Okay. Once you do this, there is one more server administration we need to learn. That is your Linux. Okay. Then you can just go with security or VMware or cloud. Then you can choose your path. Some people may be interested in security, some may be in virtualization, some may be in cloud. But these are the things we should do first, then this. Always this sequence is the most important part. When you learn the course, when you learn IP addressing, there are many topics in IP. So we are spending 6 days in IP addressing. Just imagine how many topics can be there, how many small things can be there. So the sequence is the most important part of our life. So if you follow something in a sequence, things will look more easy. So this is the sequence. First finish your Windows, CCNA, Linux administration, then choose any one path, maybe security or maybe VMware or maybe cloud or maybe some other things if it is available. This is the sequence. Normally
Yes,
people, what they do here, they say like, oh, cloud is in much demand, so let us go to cloud. See, without this, you cannot learn cloud. That is a basic thing a person should understand.
security means what is the means which security is security or the cloud security? There are so there are so many securities are there.
Yeah,
Which security we have to learn means.
see, there are so many securities we have. Like you said, there are so many securities we have, but today if I start like discussing about security, it will not be easy for anyone to understand, because without the understanding of networks and servers, it's not possible to understand the concept of security. But there are many securities, like there is a cyber security, there is a internet security, there is a network security. Okay, there are different types of securities. Why I'm saying this, because when you go to MCAC and CCNA, there will be around 10 to 11 classes. In MCAC and CCNA, there will be around 10 to 11 classes where we learn about security. In server also there is a security, in router also there is a security, in switch also there is a security. But this security is related only to server, router and switch. But when you specially go about the security courses, then you are learning about firewalls, then you are learning like ethical hacking, then you are learning about like cyber securities and all those things. There are many options available in security. You can decide about security once you finish these three things. There are many courses in cloud computing. Once you finish these courses, then you can decide about cloud. There are many things in VMware. Once you finish this, then you can decide about VM. Right now, we are not eligible to discuss all these things. Okay. Now,
Okay,
uh,
while practicing, if we get any doubt, then if we stuck up somewhere, then how to means overcome means whom to contact or
okay. See, practical wise, if I say you like, is it difficult for you to change the color like 32, 33 days? This color right now, this is written in red color, right? I can just select this and I can change the color to like suppose a green color. What I'm showing here is, to make some changes, there is an option there. In the same way, in router, switch and computer, options will be there. So in case if you struck anywhere, like I said you, I'll be providing the book. Let me just show you that book. You can just refer that book, and still if you're not able to do, I'll be available the next class. Wait a second, guys. Okay, so the book is ready there. I'll share the book with you, and like I said you, in that book, all the practical steps are written. So in case if you're stuck anywhere, you can just refer the book and you can just clear your doubt wherever you struck. But still, if you're not able to do that particular practical, next day I'll be available. You can simply send that query to me. I'll just solve that query there itself. Okay. And Rahil, 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. right now there are no classes. Acha, you're joining from UK, so it will be like too early for you, I guess. But the timings are the Indian timings, Rahil. Mornings 8:30 a.m. and 7 a.m. 7 a.m. here will be like, I guess, like 3 a.m. for you.
Yes,
I think so, yeah.
yes,
Yeah, that will be too early for you, right?
yeah.
But right now there are no classes at that time, so hopefully we'll start. I'm not sure when, but we'll start hopefully. But right now these are the only timings we have. Okay, there is a question here from Bharat. Do you cover in the course like Hyper-V? We will see virtualization. There is a class for virtualization. Hyper-V and virtualization, these are different technologies, guys. Okay, if you know how to use this VMware workstation, this is like your Hyper-V. Hyper-V is from Microsoft. VMware workstation is from your Windows. Sorry. Yeah, Hyper-V is from Microsoft and VMware workstation is from VMware. So no one will cover or no one will learn everything in this server administration. Like I said, you here see, After server administration, if you want to go with VMware, that is virtual. I should not write VMware here. Technically, it should be virtualization. Like I have not written AWS or Azure here. I have written cloud here, right? Cloud is a technology. So when you go with this virtualization, there you are learning in depth of virtualization. Of course, NetPad will be covered, remote access, how to access devices remotely. This will be covered. These are very basics actually. And after 7 p.m. also there is no class right now, Bharat. The classes right now we are starting the classes at 7 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. only. Apart from this, Chandrasekhar, I'll be offering like courses like Linux and AWS here with Durgasoft. Hopefully, I'll start AWS from next month. Chandrasekhar, you're from our MCSE class, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So yeah, apart this, I'll be offering like Linux and the AWS. Suresh, right now I'm not conducting any classes in evening with Durgasoft, so I'll be busy here in morning session only. I can't say, Rahil, when the class can be in morning 11 a.m. 11 a.m. will be like perfect for you. I guess it will be like morning 6, 7 a.m. for you in UK.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is
Yeah.
exactly the middle of the night. So I will recommend you not to come at this time because health is wealth. 2:30 a.m. if you're attending a class that is like that's too
Too
much.
early.
Yeah. Directly, can we go with Linux administration? Of course, you can go directly with Linux administration. Okay. But if you go with Linux administration, still you have to do CCNA. Windows administration, Linux administration will be same in the sense they talk about the servers. There is a DNS server in Linux, there is a DNS server in MCS. So they talk about the servers only. So if you go with Linux, then you have to go with CCNA also. But you know why people prefer Windows first? Because Windows is graphical. It's more easier for you to understand Windows. Linux will be like commands. So people like it's a general thing. People are afraid of using commands. But I feel like Linux is more easier. It is also very easy anyway because I take Linux also, so I know what is there in Linux. It is not a difficult thing. But still, if you want to go with Linux and CCNA, that is also a possibility for you. You can go with Linux and CCNA. Whether you go with MCAC or Linux, both are server administration. Okay, this is one part. Second part is CCNA. So you have to learn CCNA with MCAC or Linux. But see, if you can go with both the courses, MCAC and Linux, you are increasing your job chances up to like 95% companies. See, there are certain companies where they use only Windows. There are certain companies where they use Windows and Linux. Maybe there are very few companies where there is only Linux. So if you do Windows and Linux, I have written clearly here, right? If you do Windows and Linux, if you learn Windows and Linux administration, you're increasing your job opportunities up to 95 to 97% companies all over the globe. All over the globe. No, Rahil, right now, no.
Shakil, first, which one we have to take, MCSE or CCNA? If you want to take not parallel, if you want to take one after another, which one we have to consider first, or which one we have to consider second?
Okay, I'll give an example here. Normally we play video games, maybe not like every day, but sometimes we play video games, right? So when you see a video game, there is a logic there. The starting levels will be more easier, right? Once you like grow, once you like play more levels, the levels will become more harder. This is the same process we need to follow in life. MCSC is more easier to learn because it is graphical. It is more. I just showed you how to create a user, Suresh user. It is more easier. In Linux, we have to use a command. There's a difference. So it is easy for you to learn MCSE. Then you can simply move. Once you know one administration, you gain more confidence actually. Then if you go with Linux, then it will be more easier for you to understand and learn Linux. So I personally, I prefer Windows administration first, then like CCNA and Linux. Okay, but still MCAC and CCNA both are different courses. They are talking about the computer network only, but MCAC is talking about servers, CCNA is talking about routers and switches. If someone is not doing anything as of now, see, we are just coming out of lockdowns and all those things, right? So maybe there is no job, or if someone is searching for a job, it is not a difficult thing for anyone to learn both the courses in a single day, because out of like 24 hours, you are spending like 2 hours 30 minutes for this MCAC and CCNA. Remaining hours you can just do practice. But suppose if you're working somewhere, you are busy with something, then better go with like one course, that is MCAC first, then you can move into like the next course.
No, Shakil, actually my question is, if we take MCSC and CCNA, I think first we have to take MCSC, then we have to take CCNA. That's what I understood. Is it correct? Or
Exactly, that is what I said. I gave the example of video game because I thought like that will be easy to understand. MCAC is more easier to understand, easier to practice. Okay, because it is graphical, people feel more comfortable there, then they can go with, but there is no logic here. Maybe like there is no compulsion here. I should not say logic, there is no compulsion. You can simply go with CCNA also, you can learn. But if the question is which one is easier, like suppose maybe someone is from non-technical background, for that person it is better you go with MCAC first and CCNA. But if you have some technical background, like in college we have some subjects, if you have done BTech, in many courses of BTech you have the concept of networks. So for him, whether MCAC, CCNA, Linux, it doesn't matter, it will be easy. But if you don't have any proper knowledge, proper technical knowledge, then better go with Windows servers, MCAC, then go with like CC. Okay, Bharat, it's a good question. It's I hope you understood, Suresh. Okay, the question here is every company wants certification, then how to do? Certification will take half an hour to 40 minutes for me to explain. So certifications I'll be explaining in my next class. So how to go for CCNA certification, how to go for some other certification. I'll show you from where to write the certification and all those things. That will be on Tuesday morning 7 a.m.
हेलो सर,
Yeah, hello.
भरत, मैं भरत बोल रहा हूँ। मेरा और एक क्वेश्चन है।
जी जी।
मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, मैं अभी डेस्कटॉप सपोर्ट में हूँ, तो मुझे सर्वर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर में जाना हो
ओके,
तो वो मुश्किल है मिलने के लिए, तो कैसा करना पड़ेगा?
क्यों मुश्किल है आपको मिलने के लिए? You're already working as a desktop administrator, right? The next step of desktop
डेस्कटॉप
administrator is server.
सपोर्ट, नॉट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन,
Okay,
सपोर्ट।
desktop support. Okay, still you belongs to technical field. आप technical
या
field से belong करते हो. So it will not be difficult for you. Okay, see, if you know this subject, it will not be difficult for you to get a job. The thing is, we need to learn the server administration first. So then you already have the opportunities, maybe in your company where you are working. Maybe you'll get an opportunity there. See, server administrator is needed literally in every company. दुनिया का कोई भी कंपनी ले लो आप, सर्वर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर का रिक्वायरमेंट रहेगा ही रहेगा, because a network cannot work without a server anyway. So don't feel like how to go, where to go, is it becoming difficult? No. If you have some knowledge, if you have some technical background, like you're already working as desktop
after
support.
the cloud computing, people are saying,
Yeah, I'm sorry, who is it?
this is Suresh. After cloud computing, people are saying there is no need of server admins because cloud only will take care of the server's admin. So there is no special requirement for server admins individually. That's what people are saying. So is it correct?
See, actually in cloud, what we do is we make a server there for our company. What we do in our company, if I go and show you this is your server, this is within your company, right? In cloud, this physical server will not be there in cloud. So sorry, I repeat again. This is your company and this physical server is there in your company, right? But if you go with cloud, this physical server is not there in your company. Physical server will be there somewhere on the cloud. Remember, I told you in the beginning of this class, I said server, router, switches, or any device, they will not work on their own. There should be someone who should configure it. So cloud computing means you are hosting your server over the cloud. But who should configure that server? You will just get a server there with operating system. That's it. But server must be configured. Who should configure that server? Someone should configure that server, right? Someone should configure that server. And who is that person? Server administrator. So if someone says like, okay, there is no need to learn server administration because in cloud they will maintain everything, but who are maintaining those things? Again, they are server administrator if they are maintaining. Actually, in cloud there are different levels. One is, we can maintain everything by ourselves, or maybe we can take help of the cloud provider. So if you are maintaining, if your company is maintaining, they need a server administrator to maintain. If the cloud people are maintaining, they also need a person to maintain the servers. So if I'm talking about a person like Suresh, maybe Suresh is working for AWS company, Amazon company, and is maintaining servers of other companies. Or if Suresh is working in a company like suppose ABC, so Suresh is creating a server in the cloud and Suresh is maintaining those servers. The devices, servers, router, server, maybe it is a physical server or virtual server. Just remember one thing, friends, it will not work on its own. There should be someone who should update. There should be someone who should maintain. So if someone says like, no need to no need to learn these things, it is absolutely incorrect. See, this is Durgasoft YouTube channel I showed you just now. Okay, so in this Durgasoft YouTube channel, you can see all the videos here. From where these videos are coming, man? See, one video is uploaded like 25 minutes before. There is an offer here. One video is uploaded 56 minutes before. One video is uploaded 1 hour before. You can see all these videos. So can I say like, oh, YouTube is a huge server, so it will do everything for me? Of course, no. There should be someone to upload these things, right? There should be someone to maintain these things. So servers, whether it is working within our company or over the cloud, someone will manage those servers, and that person can be there within this company, or that person can be there over the cloud, and that person can be you.
So
I hope you
you are
understood
saying
what I said.
you are saying the server admin knowledge is required while configuring the EC2 instance in the cloud. That's what you are saying.
Exactly. Now you're talking the most technical thing. EC2 is a machine that you create. Then you know what is EC2? You just create a machine with the operating
Yes.
system. You launch the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is a
Like
empty machine. That is an empty machine. There is no DNS running there. There is no application running there. There is no DHCP running there. There is no like any other applications running there. Who should install those applications? Who should configure those applications? You're the one who should configure those things, right? You know what we
yes.
do in cloud computing? We create a machine over the cloud and we see how to access that machine, how to connect to that machine remotely so that we can configure that machine. That is one of the main part we need to learn in cloud computing. So if someone says like, okay, no need to learn this server administration and network administration, he is 100%, he is spreading 100% incorrect information.
Okay.
Life is not so easy, bro. Servers will not work automatically, and there should not be a day actually when they work automatically. Then what we do then? They should not work. There should be someone who should configure server. There should be someone who should maintain a server. There should be someone who should make some changes. Okay, if I go to like a website like yahoo.com, let us see. This is yahoo.com. We have some news here. It is showing like, some independence news and all this news. If I go to yahoo.com again after like suppose half an hour, again after like suppose 1 hour, can I see the same news there? Or will I see the same news there? No, because someone is making some changes there. Here I can see there is Google has posted something about India's independence. But if I come tomorrow, will I see the same thing here? Will I see the same image here? Of course, no. Things will be like this. We have to configure a server. Just remember one thing, we are superior than the servers and routers and switches and all the devices. Server will do what we ask it to do. And how we ask it to do? By configuration. That's it. That is the bottom line. Servers will work according to our configuration. So today is this India's independence. Maybe after some days, maybe there is a festival in India. So that festival will come here. Maybe they can post something about Diwali. Maybe they can post something about Eid or Christmas or any other festival. So it depends. And if you access google.com, maybe from some other place out of India, maybe you cannot see this there because you're maybe in UK, someone is maybe in Australia, someone maybe in Dubai, maybe he cannot see this. So this is only for the Indian audience. So someone is making these changes here, right? Okay, these 3 courses are mandatory for you guys to pursue your career and to have a very great and fantastic career in your for your next 15-20 years. Don't just try to take a shortcut. That is not possible. Without having a foundation, no one has ever built third floor or fifth floor. First there should be a foundation, then there will be first ground floor, first floor. Things will be like this. These are like second, third floors. What you're talking here, the blue color that I highlighted here, these are like second, third floors. We need to go till that floor for sure, but starting from this foundation.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you.
Got it, man? Yeah, fine. Okay, friends. So again, thanks for joining. Today is Independence Day. Again, very happy Independence Day to everyone. You know, it's a holiday. Like once you host your flags, today is again a Sunday. Also, 2 days, 2 occasions today. But again, very thank you for joining. It was a very good session actually. It was very interactive session. So hopefully classes will be like this only. Whenever I finish a topic, I'll just take a break for like 30-40 seconds so that if there is any doubt, we can clear the doubt there itself. Okay. Always the chat box will be open. You can send a message in the chat box. So things will be much more easier and much more like, interesting while learning also. Okay. So it's up to you to decide.
Can we ask the queries via voice instead of chatting? Is it possible?
Yeah. But when I take a topic, like suppose we are discussing a topic, like suppose say any expressive topic, it will take me like maybe 5 minutes to complete the topic. Or if there are some topics which I need to speak for 30 minutes continuously. So what we do is we follow a protocol. So once I finish a topic, every class I'll take a break for, I'll say like, okay, 30 minutes, 30 seconds. That means I have done with my explanation, I have done with my work. So that 30-second, 40-second is for like the question only. Voice is also like better because sometimes your question is very big. So while you type your question, I'll just move into some other topics so things will not work. Anyhow, it will be easy. It will not be like difficult to like interact. Classes should be interactive. Then only the classes will be fun and more easier to learn. If there are 10 people in a class, there are like 2-3 people who ask questions. That's it. And these 2-3 people questions will help all the audience actually. It will help all the other people.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Like I said, MCSE we already started. If you're interested in this, just go and see these videos. The recorded videos are available on the Durgasoft YouTube channel. There you can see for free. But from Tuesday or Wednesday, the recorded videos will not be there on YouTube. The starting 4-5 videos will be there. After that, the videos will be directly shared with you in your mail ID, whatever mail ID you provided. So till the end of the course, all the classes will be recorded. You will get all the recorded classes. Okay, so that's it from me for today, friends. Thanks for joining again, and I'll be still here for like a couple of minutes in case if you still have any doubts, any queries, whatever we can clear, and then hopefully we can stop the class.
हेलो सर.
या भरत,
वो हम वो वीडियो डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं क्या?
आई एम नॉट श्योर. पता नहीं भरत, आप डाउनलोड कर सकते नहीं कर सकते, बट आई थिंक 6 months के लिए एक्सेस रहेगा आपको. व्हाट आई नो
नहीं,
अबाउट
अगर आफ्टर 6 months हमें कभी जरूरी पड़े तो हम आपकी क्लासेस देख सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि
हाँ देख
अभी भी हमें
जी
आपके कॉलेज नॉलेज की जरूरत पड़ेगी, तो
जी
उसके
जी
लिए
जी
पूछ रहा हूँ. अगर हम वो वीडियो डाउनलोड करके हमारे पास रख सकते तो हमें फायदेमंद होता.
जी हाँ, वो सही है. आप जो बोल रहे हो वो सही है, लेकिन उसके लिए आपको मैनेजमेंट को कॉल करना पड़ेगा. मैनेजमेंट विल शेयर द इंफॉर्मेशन विथ यू. आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाट प्रोटोकॉल दे आर फॉलोइंग राइट नाउ, व्हाट रूल्स दे आर फॉलोइंग. सो जब मैनेजमेंट कॉल करेगा आपको, होपफुली आज शाम तक जब भी कॉल करेगा, आप उनसे पूछिए कि हाँ कब तक आप एक्सेस अलाउ कर रहे हैं. So hopefully they are in a better position to answer this question. I'm not sure like what is the protocol in the background.
ओके सर.
Okay. Okay, friends. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Take care. Okay, there is one more question coming here. Yeah, this is also possible, Rahil. Like, you know, better not to go with last course, better go with the current course only. So every day, whenever, actually already some people have already taken that package. So if you're not take, you can simply take the videos. Every day recorded classes will be forwarded to you. So every day you can go through that particular class, and in case if you have any doubt, someday you can come and you can clear doubt. So that is also possible. You can take every recorded classes and you can just go with that recorded classes. Yeah, I guess fees will be same for that. I think they have charged, they are charging fees in like some package 6,500. It should not be that fees for Windows and CCNA, man, but still, you know, they work in this way. This is Amir paid, so they offer things in packages and all those things, so it will be same, I guess. I think fees for you it will be like around 70 pounds, maybe, like if I can just 80 pounds, 7, so yeah, around 80-85 pounds it will be for you in your currency, in UK currency. Okay, man, fine, same to you, fine, take care. So that's it, guys. Thank you again. Thanks for joining. See you. Take care and very good luck for your careers, man.